Our priority is and always has been safety whilst on board. We will sail again when we are sure that the risk to our staff and voyages have been reduced to the lowest practical level. Sailing has never been risk-free, so we're used to assessing and managing risk, and Covid-19 is no different. We will always follow the government guidelines and will take all practical measures to ensure that those who are sailing with us arrive in good health and join a boat which has been sanitised and, to the extent possible, adhere to the contemporary hygiene and social distancing guidelines on board. The protocols we'll have in place will not detract from the life-changing experience we offer and won't change our commitment to enabling young people to reach their true potential. There is no one single answer to making the voyage safe. It's a combination of things we need to do to reduce the risks to allow a lowest level as possible. This will begin before the voyage. So before you join, we will thoroughly sanitise the boat in between each voyage. We will be in touch to check you are not at a high risk of COVID or shielding someone who is. If you are, we're sorry we can't take you right now. We will also ask you to take a free COVID test 3 days before the voyage at your local testing centre and send us the result. No test, no voyage. You will be required to report if you have come into contact with someone who has had the virus. And you will need to travel to your start port in safe transport, private vehicle and/or in a bubble with people you know are virus-free. These heightened health and safety measures will continue once you arrive and throughout the voyage. On arrival, before boarding the yacht, we will test your temperature. You will then be required to sanitize your hands. Hand sanitizer will be found around the boat and you must use it regularly. Communal areas must be kept spotlessly cleaned and will be washed with disinfectant at the end of each day. We will attempt to keep your social distance whenever we can, but this might not always be possible, so you might be asked to wear a face mask, especially down below. In addition, you will need to wash your hands regularly and avoid touching your face throughout the voyage. You might notice a few other changes to the boats. We have installed curtains on the bunks which you will need to use tucked into your bunk at night. We have also added perspex screens to separate areas as much as possible. You will also have to stay on the boat at all times and will not be able to go ashore as you might before. We will continue to check the whole crew for symptoms each morning and have protocols in place if someone comes down with symptoms whilst on board. None of these on their own will avoid the risk of infection, but taken together they will reduce the risk to the lowest possible level. Please play your part in keeping us all safe and making these voyages happen. We can't wait to see you back on board very soon.